So today we are going to create a web server on AWS using EC2. Before we jump in, let's quickly understand the basics. AWS is Amazon Web Services. It is a cloud platform where you can rent IT resources like servers, databases, and storage on demand. AWS is divided into regions which are like cities of data centers. So, for example, the US East to Ohio, or like the US East 1 North Virginia. So, these are like multiple availability zones which can, which you can imagine as a different buildings in that city. So, again, EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. So it's basically a virtual computer in the cloud. Instead of like buying a physical hardware, you can spin up a server in minutes and pay only for like what you use and shut it down when you're done. We'll be using a free tier EC2 instance, which means this project won't cost us anything as long as we clear up after we are done. um, yeah, so in this project, we'll launch an EC2 instance, install an Apache web server on it, create a simple web page, test it from like a browser, and then clean up everything, to avoid extra charges. So, yeah, all the resources you launch are tied to the region you pick, so make sure you're consistent. Creating an EC2 instance. Um, yeah, we go to the instance and then launch instance. So I'm going to give my server a name, uh, so that I can easily identify it later on. So this is just for my reference inside the AWS console. So yeah, um, next I need to choose an AMI, which is an Amazon machine image. This is like a operating system template for my server, so I could choose any of these: the AWS, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, and all of that. And then I'm just using the free tier version. um, as for the instance, this decides how powerful my virtual computer is going to be. So how many CPUs, how much RAM, and all of that. It's just like picking a horsepower of a car. So yeah, again, yeah, so we could choose any of this. And then as per the key pair, so normally AWS uses something called a key pair to log in securely, like a digital lock or a key, digital lock and a key. So you download the private key and keep it. But for this project though, I'll skip that. I'll skip creating a key pair and instead use a EC2 instance connect, which lets me to log in from the browser. So I'll just proceed with uh, proceed without key pair. Again, this is not recommended. um, So next, we are supposed to create a network settings. Again, since this is where we set up the security group. So this is basically like a firewall for the server. By default, everything is blocked, so we have to open the doors we need. So we'll have to create a new security group. So allow SSH traffic. So yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory. And then this is the configure storage. So every server needs a hard drive, and AWS uses something called a EBS volume for this. So the default is these are the defaults, but which is included in the free tier and more. This is more than enough for this project, so I'll just leave it as it is. And then yeah, um and then we click on the launch instance. So yeah, Amazon, yeah, you can see that it's running over here. instance is up and running. All of these are the details that we've entered. So now that my instance is running and has like a public IP, the next step is to connect to it. So I can install the Apache, the web service software. So I'll do that by selecting the instance and clicking the connect button on top. So now I'll connect to my running instance. I'll select it and then um, click the connect button. So yeah, this takes me to the connect screen where I'll use the EC2 instance connect. So this is the easiest way to log in directly from the browser. The instance ID, the public IP, and the username EC2 user are already filled in, so I don't need to change anything. I'll just click connect on the right corner. And then now I'm inside a Linux terminal of my server. So this is like sitting at a computer, but instead of a graphical desktop, I'll be using the command line. Do is install Apache, which is the web server software that will serve our web page. So I'll run these commands one by one. So this updates all the softwares to the latest version. And then this installs the Apache web server. This is used to start the Apache immediately, and then this is used to enable it. Now that the Apache is installed and running, I need to create a simple web page that my server can be shown. So by default, Apache looks into the where www html index.html directory for files. So I'll create an index.html file here, and then just write what we have to, and then control O to save, enter, and then control X to exit. Now in order for this website to run, we have to run it on this website. So this API, this IP address. So and then yeah, here you go. This is how you create a EC2 instance in cloud using AWS. Project is complete. I need to clear up everything. Even though this is like a free tier, AWS can still charge if you leave services running. So here's what to delete. Go to in EC2 and then instances, and then you see this is our instance that we've created, and then go to the instance state at the right corner, top right, and then terminate it. So yeah, you can terminate it this way, and then just reload. It's shutting down, and then We've also created security groups, right? So we go there as well, and then we have a default version, and instead of the default version we go to this, and then at the top right corner you're supposed to have action, and then just delete the security groups there, and then delete. Yeah, and then let's check if our instance is deleted yet. It's still shutting down. Yeah, it's terminated, you see. And then just in case, let's check if we have any other in elastic IPs. No. So we could go to billing now and check if there's anything else that we have to delete. Yeah, we are good to go. So this is how you create a website using AWS, using the EC2 instance. Thank you.